No.
I can hear it.
No, it doesn't work on
convenient.
stream. Always
I know what you mean.
defaults to something else. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of AppleTalk. This is episode 6. We're welcoming back Logan tonight.
Hello.
Last time we did this, there were some technical difficulties. Logan couldn't finish, and I felt kind of bad. We felt kind of bad. So now he's back again for another night of talking about old shit that we found in our basement.
Old shit.
It sparked some sort of magical hobby. Anyways, Henry's not going to be here tonight because he spent his day unloading and loading bodies into his grandpa's van. And so he's not going to be here because he's tired from that. And, anyway, what else? Happy Halloween to anyone in America. Because this is a festive season, I've decided that before we start, I'm going to do a demonstration of a rare European delicacy called a Mars bar, which is basically just a candy bar. It's basically Snicker without nuts. Made by the same company as Snickers, but they didn't sell in the US. And then delicious.
You don't have Mars bars in the United States.
Nope, it's an absolute pain.
What country do you live in?
I don't know, but watch this.
Look at
You Americans, especially you, Logan. Oh, I'm never doing that again. I'd rather just eat it, but...
Oh, that's stringy.
Look at that. It's not caramel, some magical something.
This is making me wish that I had any better costume with a freaking taco so I could just go out and, like, smash and grab the candy.
Yeah, fun fact, last year,
whenever I choose to.
I mean, for 2 executive years, I'm going to call it that, it's funny, but...
I'd
2
rather
executive years, some of my friends and I discovered a cheat code for our trick-or-treating. There's this one area of my neighborhood that never gets any trick-or-treaters, and they always leave the bowls out, and the candy is like half decent. So we always go to those houses and just dump the whole bowl in their things. And last year, I swear I got like 21 pounds of candy, and it was delicious.
run.
Yeah. All you need to do is just rent a white van, then just go down the road, just take in each bucket, dump it in the back, sit the bucket down. No, I find it funny, like the places that say, please take one piece, and they leave this freaking throne of candy just sitting on their front porch while they're probably inside playing freaking like Fortnite or Call of Duty or something. Meanwhile, some mischievous teenager comes by and freaking dumps the entire bin into their car. Yeah.
Anyway, so I want to welcome everyone tonight. I think Henry's in the chat, but he doesn't feel like that. He was actually in the call, but then he mysteriously left. So I want to welcome Finn. I need to put more effort into this channel. I want to welcome Superstar64 and Habib.
For some reason, your microphone is not coming through very well through Discord. It sounds very grainy, but when I listen to the stream, it sounds pretty clear. So I'm gonna try reconnecting real quick.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what that might be? Hold on, not quickly. It could be. You see, that's the problem. Yeah, okay, so now it should be fine, isn't it?
Oh, there it goes.
Yep, there should be better. That was my fault.
Sorry. Anyway, continuing on with what you were saying.
Okay,
so
we got some topics here tonight. Some of them are good, some of them are also good. Some of them are actually chat-oriented, so if you guys in the chat want to participate, today's a good time. But we're just going to get into the first episode, which is, first something. I'm sorry, I'm having a stroke, but we're going to get into the first topic, which is purchasing new old Macs. What happens first? So this is basically just a topic oriented around what we do when we buy new Macs, what our procedures are, what we do when we first get them. And this is Logan's topic, and he'll tell you why he put this down in a bit, but I'll just hand it over to him so he can start talking.
Okay, so anyway, the main reason I chose this topic is because I actually just had to do some of these things recently because I just bought a new Mac. I bought a Power Mac I call it a PowerBook 160, the black and white model. And the main reason that I want to share some of these tips with you is so that you don't end up getting scammed on anything or something, because there are a lot of people out there who are not honest on eBay or put deceiving information out, or just you might misunderstand something and end up buying something that ended up costing you more money to get up and running than it would be if you just sent it back and just ended up buying a different one. And so one of the first things that I would do is check the listing, just make sure that like that you don't see anything like in the pictures, you don't see anything that's like broken, obviously, or any issues that are well known. And also, well, actually, before that, even just like look up the model if you're not familiar with it, and just see what some of the main issues are. And then, if I were you, I'd also contact the seller and see if it has any of those things. Like, for example, on the 160, it would be like hinges, screen tunneling, hard drive, battery leakage,
Literally
cap
everything
leakage.
you don't want.
Yeah.
And everything that's a pain
Yeah.
to fix. Most of it being fixed. I think the worst one of those is probably the case issues. It basically just totals the whole thing.
Because like you can fix cap issues and battery issues sometimes if it's not very bad. Battery issues are worse than cap issues because the thing is cap issues are usually more long term, whereas battery issues, once it bursts, there's like a magnitude of yeah, she's dead, Jim. But yeah, make sure that you are aware of like some of the problems that are common with models, and ask the seller, if they are aware if it has any of those problems. Sometimes it's harder to tell. Sometimes it's easier to tell. Sometimes you just have to buy it and hope that you get lucky and don't end up with some leaky cap, broken piece of crap. But yeah. So once you've done that, I would also just look up any other information about the model so that you know what you're getting into and exactly what it is. And
my Mars bar.
Oh man, the Mars bar flew out of the wrapper.
I'm gonna replay that later and laugh at myself.
Yeah. I'm sure it's gonna be just like the incident in Mac and Chat when you burped or whatever, and somebody turned that into a meme as well.
When was that?
I don't know, but I remember seeing, like, I think it was Duke or something. He recorded it, and it was just like you chugging soda and then like burping and like flying into your screen or something. But it was pretty funny.
Okay. I have to check that. I have to look for that later.
Yeah. Well.
I think. Oh yeah. Also, I think what I do when buying something new. I mean, normally I don't really just look on eBay and like, oh, this one Mac that I've never heard of seems appealing. I'll just buy it. Normally I go out and buy something in particular. Like I set off on a quest. No, I have up to 5 things on my list. And if one of those pop up, I consider it. Like the portable was one of them. Classic was another. I think the classic I just bought because I could, and then it's sort of just been the case because normally I put alerts on eBay. I mean, I don't use eBay anymore.
Considering a 1400C.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of how it.
To Mac 84. So I just get a 1400C or a CS, whatever I can get.
I think it's sort of the same. Oh, sorry. It's sort of the same situation with me. Usually with me, it's not. I don't really buy new machines that often because I don't really have. I don't really have any sort of steady regular income.
I don't really have.
And
in terms of like new-ish machines, I mean, if you're giving them to me, yeah, obviously I'm going to take it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to buy like a 2010 MacBook.
I don't really have an
a
interest in that.
computer. What's the point? I mean, it's not old enough to consider vintage or nostalgic to me. It's not new enough to really be up to the task compared to my other stuff.
I actually want to get a 17-inch MacBook, but one of the ones that doesn't have the GPU gate. So
yeah. That'd be nice.
And the 2008 is bomb-proof.
There's just rare cases of certain newish things. Like 17-inch MacBook is pretty cool.
And the A1237 MacBook Air, which I can't fucking find one. Ever. But I look for a cheap A1237 and they all cost above 100 quid because Uwu has an Apple logo on it and it's silver unibody. It's got to be worth something. Yeah, it's worth 3 quid.
Oh
Get an
man.
Apple Logo on an aluminum can and get hundreds for it. That's basically
Besides,
everyone's logic. Ooh, got an Apple logo? Ooh, it's silver. Ooh, gotta sell it for this.
Shit.
What was that?
I don't
Oh,
know.
he's doing it. He's doing the thing.
Nothing. I can't see it.
Damn it. 1
Picture
second,
marker.
please.
Alright. Yeah, normally what I do once I buy the new thing, I check my debt, and then I try to reimburse that debt by either selling something else or doing something else. And then when I actually get it, I mean, normally I videotape the unboxing just for no reason. And then I also like to, as soon as I open it up, I just look it over. I open the actual computer itself to look. Then I try powering it on if it's broken, and then try to look into issues. And then once I've actually fixed it, that's when I begin the restoration. Because you don't want to restore and clean up something if it's not working, because what's the point? It's a waste of time. I mean, yeah, I go over it with some alcohol for disinfectant reasons, just to make it a bit more presentable than it is, but, yeah. How about you, Luke?
I just buy anything that's cheap. I know everyone's gonna say, "What? You are a madman."
What? You are a madman.
I was considering purchasing. What was it? I think it was a Gizmo. PowerBook G3 had a smash screen, and I didn't actually notice it was missing the CPU. Thanks, Aiden, for stopping me, because I would have legit spent 20 quid on that piece of shit. But there is another one. There's a Wall Street, but it's the peasant model with the small screen. It's thinking of buying that.
No, the small screen is kind of fine, maybe.
Yeah,
I know the really early ones use small screens, which I kind of like a bit more because it's cool. But
I know from the images, it's missing the battery and the CD drive, and I think it did mention the RAM and the hard drive is missing. But I think the cable and the caddy is also. Does it even have a caddy? Or is the caddy necessary? I just Velcro the hard drive in. I mean, that'd be better, just Velcroing the hard drive in. Forget about it.
So,
I'm not looking to throw it around, I'm not going to need a caddy.
oh, look, it's a $200 can. Like every other Apple product on Kijiji and Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this on eBay and I'm gonna see how much this goes for. I'm gonna set the starting bid to $100.
Thousands of dollars, and then put it.
It's rare. It's really rare. It's the only one in existence. It should be worth at least $10,000.
I think
it's the only aluminum can with an Apple logo.
That's sick, bruh.
Oh my god.
What am I doing
I should like. Yeah. To be honest, this thing is worth about this much. Oh my god, look, it's even more rare because it has one of a kind dent in it. This dent is unreplicable.
Well, okay, in all seriousness, stop selling things for absurd prices no one's gonna buy. And if no one is buying
other than this is rare enough that it's worth
$10,000. Whatever the fuck he's called. Stop tapping things, you piece of shit phone. I hate Sony products now.
And you know what I hate the most? You know how much his products are probably worth? It's probably worth enough that when they don't sell for $10,000 because they're extremely rare and valuable, he probably recycles them.
Yeah, he does. He tosses them straight in the air. But I swear to God, if he ever does, if something like that becomes illegal, I'm going to be the first to shoot him in the head.
Well, you know, here's the way I look at it too. Maybe it will eventually work itself out. Because one day, he's going to drive the damn prices up so high that he's not going to be able to find anything to sell to drive them up even higher.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I'm not about to pay £100 for a speaker. Like, why?
Yeah, that's bullshit. Like, I've seen people try to sell, like, the TAM subwoofers or whatever they are for, like, $700. It's like, okay, the machine's rare. But the freaking speaker shouldn't be worth as much as I would pay for the entire machine. Rarely.
Yeah.
And even things like, yeah. This is the one thing I hate about retro computer collecting, or collecting anything for that matter. Unless you're collecting aluminum cans with Sharpie Apple logos drawn on them, everybody's gonna be trying to upsell shit.
Yeah, especially those aluminium PowerBook G4 12 inches. I just wanted one because I saw, the game Watch Dogs, Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah.
Some of the little computers in that game are based on 12-inch PowerBook G3s. The bigger ones are 17-inch MacBook Pros. Hence the reason I want both models. But the people I'm not paying 700 for one that's missing 3 keys, no charger, no nothing, just the system unit, no battery, and no RAM. No one's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Like five or £10. Yeah, maybe I'll part. I can part with that money.
It's quite pointless.
Not
But
100.
yeah. So just quickly getting back, I think we're gonna switch to the next topic because we kind of finished this one. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
really,
Dylan's
just
here.
yeah.
Oh God.
Oh,
Dylan's one of my friends. Fucking
I
got
see.
into the computer again.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
welcome Raw Elements. Thanks for joining us. But I think we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping Henry would be here for this one, but he's not. And it's actually related to current events that happened today. Accidental damage to our personal devices. What are your worst stories?
Oh,
Let us know in the chat what your worst stories of like accidental damage to your own devices are. I know Dylan does. He drops his MacBook Air a lot. I remember when he just got it, and it was pristine, and then like a week later, it was covered in dents. But yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to start because this was my topic. But yeah. So today I was doing stuff. I was in the changing room
oh no.
somewhere, and then I had this watch, my Apple Watch, on a table, and then it slammed into concrete, and then it cracked. My boy, look at how the floor massacred my boy. Look at my boy, it's all cracked. You can't even see it because this camera fucking sucks. But look at how they
I've never-
massacred my boy. My boy, my sweet,
I
sweet
can't look
boy.
at this.
My sweet,
I can't look
sweet,
at this.
my poor little watch. I wear it every day, and
No.
it cracked.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
it's
surprised.
never going in
I'm not even
water
gonna.
ever again. Oh, my
Yeah.
sweet boy.
Ugh.
Oh,
Let's see.
God.
This watch has been through a lot as well. Basically, just a rule of thumb to go by. If I go through anything that has a door jamb or a protruding surface,
Oh,
there is
God,
no.
tell me
This
about it.
watch is going to. It's
Tell
going to
me
clip
about
right
it.
into it.
It's like my hands
Like-
aren't like this, but it happens anyway. Like you see, like your
It's just
watch
like-
is here,
it's
you're,
like
you're not
magnetic.
like this, but it happens anyway. Anything you like, honestly, I don't care, but anything you touch, like, it's like,
Oh,
so
man.
annoying. I don't care about the screen.
It's like the
itself,
watch.
but-
It's like the watch magnetically attracts itself to any surface that it can break itself on. It's like, use your damn survival instincts.
Yeah.
Avoid hard surfaces.
I think.
Oh.
What else was I gonna say? Crap. How did I? All right. I don't know. Okay, I'm having another stroke, but yeah, I wear this thing every day. I'm quite sad, but I am gonna replace this one
Yeah.
soon anyway. I mean, I planned it before today, but it's just kind of
Mhm.
depressing. So,
Yeah,
let's check.
not a good way to spend its last few days.
Let's check the chat. Raw Element said he dropped his iPhone 4S once, and the back had like a rock thrown through a glass. I remember I also had a 4S. My dad gave it to me because it was his old work phone. I think it was a regular 4. But I was on like a scooter, and I had my hand with I had my phone in my hand, and I was it was a black one though, and I had like this little paper piece stuck on the back because I thought it was like a cool little case because I put drawings on it, and it was kind of neat. But I was like taking a video with it because I love taking videos with that thing because it was just fun.
Yeah.
Because I was on it and I was going, and then I trip, and the
Oh.
phone flies like, I don't know, like a mile into the distance, and it just smashes, and I didn't even realize
No.
it cracked until like a day later. I thought it was fine.
Oh.
I didn't take off my stupid paper thing, but
Was it on the back?
yeah. And then the second time we were at like Disneyland in Paris for some reason, and then I was taking a video of the carnival that was happening, and then it ran out of space, and then I got angry and I threw it and smashed the screen. And then it took a trip in the laundry machine, and then
Oh yeah,
battery
that's always
turned
good.
into a spicy pillow, and then I had to sadly, I don't know what happened to that thing. Kind of sad, but hey, I got another poor boy here. This is a quite massacred one. I got this recently, and it has a password locked, so
Yeah.
it's worthless.
I actually
worthless.
got a 4S too that was I got a 4S that was destroyed as well. Like the screen was
Okay.
cracked, the back glass was cracked. I ended up actually taking the parts and hanging them back here on this wall. I'm not sure. Most of them have fallen off by this point. Like the chassis fell off. I'm not sure if I threw it away or what. But all that's the screen is still up there, and I think I actually have the motherboard somewhere over here. Yeah, right here. I don't know. I just find it kind of insane, just relating to that we've literally gone from 12-inch by 12-inch boards to just this little puny piece of shit that can probably do 800 times or more, is probably more powerful than that, even than the 12-inch,
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know.
Finn says he accidentally
broke
broke the screen on his old Samsung when it fell off a table, and he didn't have that phone for even half a year, and it was supposed to be durable. That's unfortunate. Enzo's here
yeah, that
now.
sucks.
Welcome, Enzo. I think one of the biggest problems with this watch is the design. I have to say, like every other Apple product ever made, every Apple product ever made has this protruding glass. Like, look at this. This black bit is all glass. When you're gonna drop it, or even if you drop it like this, which is where the impact point was, is right here where the aluminum is. It kind of scuffed it up. But any way you drop it, this top part is always gonna weight down, and the glass, because it protrudes so much, it's always gonna land on the glass. So it has like 100% chance to die, and it's so annoying. And if it's wood, it'll be fine. But if it's concrete, like bye bye. That's exactly
and even dropping these things on wood, sometimes in some cases is enough to crack them, because also due to the protruding design, it's pretty much impossible to put a screen protector on, because if you're like me and your damn watch gravitates to door jambs, if you hit the damn side of the watch, it's gonna shatter. Now, of course, they do
I know there are screen protectors that sort of like curve with it. I think D-brand or Belkin sells them something, but I don't think they work too. I haven't actually ever put a screen protector on this. I bought like a case for it, which protected the aluminum bit, and I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with this? And I got all yellow after a week.
I think I have some numbers for mine. They're probably down here on the floor. Yeah. I have I bought or I think, I'm not sure if my mom bought these for me or if I bought them myself, but I have like these little plastic bumper things that are supposed to like pop around it, and then I also have like some just glass screen protector things. But most of the glass screen protectors fell off, and then occasionally, like when I'm doing like dirt biking or shit like that, I'll put this thing on here. But I just don't like to wear this every day because it just makes it look kind of weird.
It does,
and it's just a little
then
bit
dust and dandruff gets under it. It's like, ugh. Oh yeah, by the way, here's an example. You can look on the screen. I've sort of dragged this in, but here's an example of the screw protector I was talking. It slightly curves, and honestly, it's better than nothing. So I might even consider putting something like this on when I'm doing when I get my new watch soon, which will be around January or December or so. But yeah, I mean it's better than nothing. Why not? It's also, these things really scratch easily. Before cracking it, it really scratched up in certain places.
Yeah.
So,
well, on your point of like the protruding glass and everything on Apple devices, this is where you sort of have to like put yourself in Apple's mindset. They probably do it intentionally because you know how Apple is with, they want you to buy new shit all the time, and they want, as much money as they can get from repairs and buying shit. So what they're probably doing that intentionally. And also one other thing that goes along with that is the whole sapphire glass, how it's not like real as strong as sapphire. They probably make it to where you think that it's going to be strong, and they say that it's going to be strong. So then you're like, oh, it's strong. If I hit it once or twice, it's not going to hurt it. The damn thing shatters. Then you have to go buy a new one or repair it. And technically, you can't even repair the Apple Watch. Well, you can, but like Apple won't repair them for you. They'll just throw it away and buy you a new one.
Fun fact about the sapphire glass. Technically it has some sapphire in it, but I don't think they do it I don't even think they do it because of durability. I think they do it because I think they do it because they feel like they like to cut costs down. Also, why they took out the brick this year. They want to cut down costs, even though it's the same cost. And it would have been nice if they put the price down, because living in a country where the prices are high on everything, like high on meth and like numbers, but it's so annoying. Why would they keep? I mean, that's the only reason why they don't care about the environment. They just want people. They just want to appeal to the environmentals. I mean, fun fact about the 7 anyway. I've never protected this camera lens, and it's still 100% scratch free. I don't know what it is, but I mean, it's doesn't have any scratches, and I don't know why. I mean, maybe it does have some scratch resistance to like general things. I know Sapphire's supposed to scratch at like level 8 on Mo's scale, according to some YouTuber, but this one only scratches at level 7, which is inaccurate. But hey, it doesn't scratch at level 6, which causes most regular surface scratches, so it's good enough. As long as it's slightly stronger, who cares?
Well, I don't have too many. It won't come up in there, but my lens is actually fairly clean too. Probably because this phone actually has some decent design in it. It doesn't protrude much outwards, and I also have
protrusion. Check this out.
Oh my god, I know, it's so stupid.
I mean, it's not bad. It's
broken.
And it's really thick Nintendo controller case I have also helps with that. And this is also really handy too, because I can't tell you how many times I have had this damn phone slip out of my tripod and then fall right into the floor. One time it even did it when I didn't have the case on, face down onto a concrete floor, and it didn't even crack. I don't know how.
Always concrete that smashes this thing. Look, I got some cracks on this. Can't really see, but it's mostly at the top. But it's always when you drop it on concrete. That's always when things break for me. Like, it can be on anything else.
Yeah. Well, this thing survived a face first fall onto my basement floor with no case on. So I'd say, people, it's sort of weird because people say the iPhone SEs are unreliable or not strong, and others do. Personally, in my experience, I'd say this is a really strong phone because I've dropped this thing onto concrete probably 2 or 3 times and it's never broken. So, yeah. It's also nice because I can just throw it around like that and I don't have to worry about breaking it.
What about you, Luke? What are your stories about things?
Well, my PowerBook, that was kind of, well, it was smashed by someone, but it was kind of wasn't my fault because I was kind of getting the person on. I was like, oh, come on, I don't need your anger in here, go piss off. And he just grabs my PowerBook and goes, how do you like that then? I was like, you fucking bastard, I'm gonna...
Honestly, if that was my sister, I would have, like, slam dunked her into the door and kicked her out.
Oh, same.
He
I swear, I get really violent when people screw with my stuff. Like today, I bought some soap because I need soap for the shower, and there was also candy in the same bag. And my sister's like, "No, I don't want the candy." And then she like spills soap onto the carpet, which pisses off my mom, and I get angry at my sister because she's annoying. So I just kick her. So I kick her onto the floor and start kicking her in the face. And I mean, I hate her. I don't care.
Watch Dogs attack mode. And it's the
How old is your sister?
6th grade.
You.
I hate her. She's the worst. Yeah, anyway, so, what else? Let's check the chat, see if anyone else has some. Enzo said he dropped his iBook, and now it's stuck with 10.3. That's unfortunate. I remember once I had, which one is it? This one, the iBook G3 Snow. Let me just grab it real quick. But it's my iBook G3 Snow. I've had this for the longest time, longer than a lot of my current tech. I've actually had it long enough that it outlived me living in America. But I actually dropped this thing down like a flight of stairs. I dropped this thing down a flight of stairs, and yeah, these are pretty sturdy laptops. It's still very well. It's got the sweaty keyboard smell, which is now nostalgic. But I dropped it down a flight of stairs. The only damage I got is like, you see this crack here, right there. That's the only damage, and a slightly loose battery. But but it's
Yeah.
otherwise perfectly fine. Of course, the battery's not charged, but I mean,
Mhm.
this thing survived a flight of stairs, which is pretty nice. And they were concrete
That's
stairs.
pretty good.
And I swear, I thought they were.
Yeah. I actually have the more high end. I guess it's high end. The more I'm not gonna say high end as much as just the more enterprise version of that laptop.
Yeah.
This is a PowerBook G4.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually
This is
probably
G3.
the most. Yeah, this is probably the most important machine to me because this was my first laptop, and it's just super nostalgic to me because my mom actually used this a long time ago to do graphic design stuff off of. But this machine here, yeah, I know what you mean by like I'm not sure if it's if it's the same keyboard smell you're talking about, but like the smell this thing makes when it turns on, it's just yeah. This thing,
I like the aluminum matching keyboard. I mean, I know it's
yeah,
not aluminum, it's plastic, but I think it looks kind of nice.
yeah.
Honestly.
I actually broke one of the keys off here, but it still works. It's only the function key. You never use that really that often. Uh, anyway, though, this one I never actually have broken this machine or done anything like that to it, but I did actually leave this at a library once. I remember like 5 years ago or something. I brought it to like the library, and I just walked out, and I'm like, and we're in McDonald's. I'm like, where's my laptop? So we had to like go back, and thankfully it was there. I'm glad it was there because trying to get one of these things now, and it would first of all be damn expensive.
Trash.
Yeah, but then not only even if I got one, it's still not the same laptop. It's not the same one that I sort of grew up on and got computer stuff on. So
I had a similar story happen with that. There's this like farm playground thing near where I used to live in this country, and I got this really cool toy dump truck for Christmas. This was a really long time ago, but I had this really cool toy dump truck. It was huge. It's like this Tonka thing, and it was like this big or so. And I thought it was really cool. And there's this like farm thing where it has like a sandbox, and my parents like to go there because they like to walk and buy stuff there. No, I like to go there because of the sandbox, which by the way isn't there anymore. They removed it as of recently, as we visited recently.
So you moved back to that same one, right? I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, it was the same farm, but I'm not living at a farm, but it's in like the same areas where I used to live. It's in the same country, and we visited recently. And I remember I had this truck, and then I left, and then I never realized I actually had the truck missing until I went back like a month later. And then when I saw it, I'm like, oh no, this is so sad. It was like pristine, and I took such good care of it. And then when I was there, it was like totally wrecked. It was full of sand, and the actual dump bit was like totally missing. And I was so sad, absolutely devastated. And I started screaming, and there's this kid playing with it. And I like kicked him out of the way. You know, I'm so sad. And I felt so bad for the poor truck. It completely massacred my boy. And
I have a story where it's like a Nintendo 3DS.
Boy.
On holiday with me. I went up to Somerset, I think. Yeah, I went up to Somerset. My 3DS with me. I went to some cheap caravan place. Nothing fancy. No Wi-Fi. Very bad. Terrible. I hated it. Brought that along with my iPad too. My Asus Transformer tablet because I like bringing random stuff with me. And then I think I gave my 3DS to my brother because he's a bro.
No, bad idea. That's where the story goes wrong, isn't it?
You could just use my charger. He says, no, I can't. I don't have enough time. Can I have your DS? I'm like, you could just take my charger, mate. And he went in Grandad's car. And I forgot about it. I was when we were going home. When we got home. We went home, and then we got home. Then I was thinking, and then one day I'm at college, and Grandad says, hey, look, I bought a new Land Rover Discovery 4. Check it out. Sends me a picture. Oh, that's sweet. Still haven't noticed. Till I go there and I say, George, you did take my DS out of Grandad's old Vauxhall, didn't you? George was like, oh, no. I'm like, you bastard.
Oh, it was in the car!
Actually, no, we can't confirm that yet. I think it's in the car, but I might have left it at the site. I haven't emailed or anything saying that, you found a
I bet he probably broke it and tried to cover it up. He's an asshole. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm your brother. This is the DS.
Yeah.
End of story. Yeah, that's unfortunate for you. I mean, I've had a lot of stories like that happen, but I don't feel like getting into them because some of them make me genuinely angry. But
I just relating to that. I just don't understand like how people can take it like when just spoiled ass little children just like screw up your shit. It's like somebody did that to like anything like a mine. It's like I put work, I put money into that, and you're just gonna walk your ass and destroy it. It's like God,
3DS brand new
it's
on
odd.
launch day. I bought that 3DS on launch day.
wow,
It finally came out in
Wow.
the UK. I was first in line and now it got.
oh,
And
you
it's
waited
a
in line. That's cool.
rare one. It's flame red. Rare DS. And it had my Jamie Oliver cooking game. And I fucking can't live without that game.
My Jamie Oliver cooking game.
All my
No.
pictures. It has all of my personal pictures that I've taken on it. It has a bunch of memos that I wrote. Voice thing, the DS Sounds app.
Yeah.
There's all of that. Embarrassing voice clips. Embarrassing videos I've recorded on it. And my high score on Face Raiders, whatever the fuck that game's called. All my apps that I downloaded and paid for with my own money.
That's unfortunate.
And what else? And all my Miis! All my Miis! All my little Miis!
No,
I spent ages
I think the memes is probably the most disappointing part.
It's disappointing. It's the thing, with a normal DS, if it was a DS Lite, fuck it.
Yeah.
I've lost
That's
a game or maybe a
unfortunate.
console stuff. I
Yeah,
lost a
especially considering the fact your history with that thing and how long you've had it.
Yeah.
That's just the shit where it's like, it's just wrong how like some person who just doesn't care can just with the snap of their finger just get rid of all of that.
Getting rid of all your.
Yeah.
Rid of everyone
So-
with this Thanos. Dead meme, by the way. No one's talked about Endgame for like 2 years now.
Lost a premium stylus, 4GB SD card, Jamie Oliver game.
Stylus.
Okay. Yeah, extendable stylus. Just copy.
I'm gonna go to the restaurant. I'll be right back.
Right. Yeah. So I guess because Logan's gone or whatever, I think we're gonna get to the next topic, which I forget what it was, but it's gonna be revealed, and that is beginner wisdom. And that's actually a picture of Logan as a beginner because I was bored and I couldn't find another picture. Henry's back, which is nice. What are some good tips for starting out? This is basically a topic about basically if you're a beginner and getting into like vintage Macs. I know some of our viewers are. You're probably dumbfounded. You're looking at eBay. You're like, ooh, that's a fancy little thing we got there. Might as well buy it. And really, it's all about you really have to have certain skills and expertise, and you have to have knowledge in repairing it. But luckily, you can actually find people relatively easy who are totally willing to help you out. And I mean, I don't really have too much to say. I mean, Luke, do you have anything you want to add on before I go into the long ass thing?
I would avoid the PowerBook 100s because of the display cables, the hinges. Don't be like me. I think I might just sell my 140 and or trade it for a 1400C.
Yeah. Or you could part it out because individual PowerBook parts are overpriced now.
Really quickly here, what did I miss? Because all I know is I came back to see
Yeah, so now
11-year-old
we're on
me
beginner
PowerBook.
wisdom, which is beginner wisdom is like this it's a topic about like our tips into getting into vintage Macs. What we suggest, what are some good ways to start out? What are some bad ways to start out? What you should avoid? Like just generalized stuff. I don't remember if we did this already, but even if we did, who cares? It's always good to revisit.
Yeah.
And I think
that 11-year-old picture of me, I can just see digging into my soul right now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think Luke was saying that you shouldn't buy PowerBook 100s because of the hinge issues and the screen issues and the screen cable issues.
Hard drives especially.
Yeah. I have a 190 CS with a snapped hinge, and it's been sitting in a box for. I haven't actually looked at that thing for. Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna take it out.
Is that the one with the trackpad or the trackball?
The one with the trackpad.
Does anyone want to smash PowerBook 140? We'll trade for literally any other model PowerBook. I don't care if it's a Duo, the original 100. I don't give a shit. I just need another one. Do you need Power PC? Because I'm kind of sick with 68K stuff. It's just
Where is it?
I have
Yeah.
Classic 2. What do I need? 68K.
Oh, speaking of, have you had any luck with your Classic 2?
I haven't even
At
got
all?
it yet. It's still Dad's work.
Oh.
But I'm seeing him on New Year's, and I will get that thing along with a Lenovo Chromebook that I'm going to be modding and putting Windows in, because it has a fold back screen, like a 360 hinge, like that. So I'll be taking that. Maybe I'll take a spare ThinkPad Edge and it'll cannibalize that for the LCD.
A computer. I swear, I've seriously lost it. I put
Yeah,
it in
I'm
a
taking the
plastic
Classic
tub
2.
when moving, and I don't know where it is. I don't want to.
Well,
Other than Charlie dropping the Mars bar, I think this is going to be the. Oh, we just lost the lights.
Fun
What?
fact: there's this large lights. There's this light switch at the entrance of the house. And it turns off every light in the house. And annoyingly, at like 11 o'clock, my parents love to turn off that light switch, and it just shuts everything off in the house. It really gives me. I swear, I just got a heart attack the way that happened.
Actually, if that was linked to all the plug sockets. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna save my 3-hour Blender model. Here we go. Stream unavailable.
Yeah,
No
so
signal.
that could happen, but it's only linked to it's only linked to on most outlets in this house. There's one socket that's controlled by one of these light switches. Like for example, I have some lights on my desk. If I press that button, this button is for the top lights, and this button is for my desk lights, which plug into the wall. And I have one power strip dedicated to that one, which is for lamps and stuff, and then the rest of them are just to the regular one. Thankfully, it doesn't shut off all the power in the house, which would suck.
Yeah. Here in America, we use our hands to turn on light switches.
Peasants. We used to do that. These lamps are actually part of the
We
option.
just go
They actually
there, light off.
That was a squeak. Man loses a computer.
Man, it's 2020 color.
Well, I'm gonna quickly.
Unless you're doing it on the 160.
I'm gonna have to look for it again. Probably out here.
Yeah, I think I might well just trade my PowerBook for something better. But hey, it means we can maybe have this as another topic. Recommendations for Luke versus your PowerBook.
By the way, in that small closet there that Charlie just went into, that's where he stores all of his bodies. All the bodies that he steals candy from.
Deceased bodies. Where he does his.
Oh my God! There's a guinea pig in there. There's a pig in there.
What? Like I can't see
He
anything.
stores this pig in the closet.
Jesus Christ.
There's a literal pig in there.
Alright. I think it's in the other room.
Can you even hear us right now, Charlie?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh. We see where you keep your pig now. Awkward silence.
Anyway, let's move on to our sponsors. Raid Shadow Legends.
The 190 CS is gone. I do not know where it is.
Anyway, let's move on to our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
No! No! God.
No.
VPN. Only VPN.
Oh my God. I'm not sure. I think it's like a commercial that's just local to my like specific like area, but there's like this really freaking annoying commercial that like freaking plays like every time. Like it's like only this commercial anymore. It's like never anything else on YouTube, and it's like some stupid health organization like commercial. It's so dumb, and literally the entire commercial is like just a bunch of just generic like like clip art images just like in this slideshow. It's terrible.
I have one for my local gym, and it's like, well, if you live in Essex and you live around that censored area, and you've been struggling with your health, mental stability. I'm sorry, what gym? Mental stability.
What does a gym do to your mental state except for like show you how or just rude people can be.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Mhm.
What does that even do?
I don't know. I guess if it wants to make your mental state worse, that's about the only thing I've gotten out of our gym, or well, school, at least school. Everything from school is trash. So yeah,
Exactly.
including the gym. Oh god. I just clicked and I just saw YouTube Rewind will be the final disaster of 2020. Changed my mind.
Sorry about that.
I can
Final disaster of
agree
2020
with
or the
you.
first of
I can't
2021.
not agree with you.
Yeah.
Was my mute
Do you think
on?
you they?
Fuck.
Oh shit. Sorry. Go ahead.
Someone play Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my mom, and I muted Discord, and then no, because my microphone audio. Because my microphone audio is separate to my Discord audio, and I just.
I wish that we could sync sound effects to just play whenever something happens. So that if suddenly, for example, my school bus suddenly starts drifting, eventually, deja vu, I'm just being this. Or when you're trying to run away from a thug.
My mom has to stop coming here.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Just sync sound effects to play whenever something happens.
Here we go. I think we've lost Charlie.
Hang on, if Charlie gets to sing Curb Your Enthusiasm, can I sing Friday by Rebecca Black?
Oh god.
Friday, get the fuck down on Friday.
I don't want to sit up anymore. Yeah, that was a mistake. I'm never doing that. I'm gonna look for that thing later when I'm not on stream, and I'll update you guys next week. But
I can live with a busted hinge. I can't live with a whole missing.
My PowerBook says it's supposed to be here. Let's see. Trying to refresh the page. It still says Monday by 8 p.m. So it should be here next Monday. So that's good.
All right. To
Originally it says
beginner wisdom.
Friday.
Make sure to remember to tell your mom not to barge in here again. The second time this week. Okay, next topic, which is the final topic. Macintosh emulators. Are they like the real deal? I think.
This is
this is just
everyone.
I know. Luke and Enzo. No, not Luke. Maybe Luke. I don't know. But I know Logan and Enzo do a lot of emulating with like Mac stuff. This was supposed to be a topic for last week, but technical difficulties that failed. So,
Ha ha ha.
Yep.
Sorry if anybody hears mic noise. That's just me moving this. But anyway, continue on. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I'll let you go on because I don't really have too much to say. I mean, I have tried some garbage emulators that are like in browser and they're pretty bad. I mean, they're really just like photos and simple lines of code. Like when you press photo opens other photo, and you can move photo around like a window, but it doesn't act like the real thing. It's really cheap.
as far as online emulators go, there's actually a really good one. I'll see if I can find it real quick and I'll put it in the chat. But basically, what it is they've basically taken a Macintosh emulator or something like that, and they figured out how to like run it through like JavaScript or whatever. So basically, it runs like a full-on like Mac. It's sort of like, you know how they have like DOS box and like for the web for like the Internet Archive and stuff like that, how they can run like a DOS simulation on like a website. It's sort of like this, but it's like for Mac stuff. It's kind of interesting. It might just be somebody just, manipulating everything to where it looks like the real system, like just a bunch of different images, like Charlie was saying. But it seems like it's an actual installation because it's really, really well done, if not. But anyway, I'll put that in chat if anybody wants to check that out for themselves. But yeah, personally, as far as like Mac emulators go, the ones that I would recommend, and probably the most well-known one is Mini VMAC. Mini VMAC is it's a little bit difficult at first to set up, but once you get the hang of it, it's a very easy to use and learn program. And basically, what you'll need for it is you'll need the actual program itself, and you'll need like your ROM image or like that the system will
I was
use to
retarded,
like.
and originally I thought you actually had to have an actual desktop image, like a screenshot of a desktop, and then I tried it and it didn't work. But I was like, just getting into it.
Oh
Like, how
my
the hell does this
man.
work? I didn't know. I was like, what, 9, 10, 11, maybe.
Yeah.
Now I do know how to do it, and honestly, I couldn't give a crap because it's not really my cup of tea. But
Yeah. That's always funny.
I mean, moving off topic, I have tried other emulators. I think one good example, like, I mean, it is on Macintosh, but it's not of a Macintosh. Like, there's some Atari 2600 emulators you can get.
Oh yeah.
I think one's called Atari Action Pack, which I think is like an Activision set of a bunch of little Atari 2600 games. Like, you got boxing, you got that skiing game, the tanks one, and it's not bad. And they actually have like a little cartridge icon on each one, which is kind of cool. You can actually download it on Macintosh Garden or Repository. If you like smoking crack, go to Repository. It's not too bad. Honestly, it works really well on like iMac G3, which is I've emulated on because it's the easiest to get on. But yeah, pretty neat, and I think it's nice. I mean, I don't have an Atari 2600 to compare, but
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, it works well, except for keyboard controls. Blech.
Yeah. Oh. I actually have a. I don't think it. Oh, it's actually right here. I actually have a. NES. Oh shit! That was a light bulb.
Let's go
Now,
back to
thank God it was-
accidental damage.
Yeah. Too bad we didn't do that one later. Anyway.
We're back to
Basically
accidental
this
damage.
here.
Continue. Just kidding.
So yeah. Well, actually, this would actually qualify as that too, as I'll explain in a minute, I guess. Basically, what this is a it's a USB Nintendo controller. It just plugs right into your computer, and then like in an FCE or is it FCUX? It's basically a Nintendo emulator. You can actually go in and remap it to where it uses this as the controller, and so it's really nice to it's really nice to mess around with. However, the reason that does technically qualify for the accidental damage one, as well as me just throwing a light bulb on the floor by accident, is I actually had to basically completely like rewire everything in there, because basically like the pads that the USB cable went into all broke. So then I had to like run wires and everything, and then it all fell apart again. So I had to spend like an hour trying to get that damn thing up and running. So that was really annoying. But thankfully it worked, at least when I last used it like 2 months ago, and I'm not touching it since. I put like everything in hot glue, and I hope to God I never have to open that thing back up again. So yeah.
All right. I mean, do we really have that much more to say about emulators? What about you, Luke? Do you have anything you want to add? Or...
I use VirtualBox and DOSBox, but that's it. I don't emulate Macs. I don't emulate consoles. I prefer to proper get with the computer or the system itself. I don't like emulating stuff.
Honestly, I'm
that's
sort of the same. I'm kind of like, do it with the real deal or nothing.
Well, the main appeal for emulating is it's not as much about like I don't actually sit down, like if I want to sit down and use something, I'm just gonna pull out the Mac SE over there or the Mac Plus
It's more
or
convenient than
PowerBook.
the emulator, making sure everything works.
Yeah,
if you
that's the main
guaranteed box that does it for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, the thing with me is that like it's not very easy for me to put stuff on these computers, so I want to be able to just simply drag it in, open the program up, see how it runs and everything, because floppy disks are a pain. They don't work half the time. You spend hours you spend like tons of time trying to format them, get everything set up, burn the image onto them, whatever. You put it in the machine, doesn't work. You have to go back to it all over again. So it's easy to just sort of simply drag it in, test it, make sure it works, then put it on the disk, and then hope that you can get it over to the SE. So yeah, that's sort of the main reason I use emulators. But
I mean,
sometimes you just don't want to have to order all the real hardware out.
I mean, honestly, most people just do emulators because they don't want to have to get the machine itself, and they just want to try it out. And then, but then LGR sums this up perfectly. Why emulate a Macintosh when you can emulate a system that can actually do stuff? Because if you really think about it, there's systems like have a wider software base, have like higher capabilities, especially like Windows and stuff. Like Windows was really heavy into gaming, and I mean, I guess it's just because like a personal preference. I mean, no one's gonna ever emulate anything because of practicality. It's really just like a personal choice, I guess. But it also really depends. But yeah, I guess we're kind of done with that. We might actually end a bit early today, which is okay. But yeah, that's
Hey,
all
at
I
least we
get to
didn't
say.
end because of technical difficulties.
Yeah, we actually made it through, and YouTube didn't sign me out again. Okay,
Haha.
so I guess we're gonna.
Rhyme. Or was it Dora? We did it. We did it. I don't know. I think it's Dora. Please don't bring it up.
Yeah, I think it was Dora. Yeah, it's like when they get to the
Oh,
end
God.
of.
I remember. Oh, I remember watching that like when I was like 4 or
Wait,
5.
we have to add a new topic in next week's show where we talk about our childhood
Oh
shows that
God.
we just started remembering again. One of them that came up recently was
Oh yeah.
Dragons.
Oh my God. I know. I
The
remember
one
that
with like
one. That was
the
that
one with
was
like
that in Europe
the one
too?
in, I don't know. It wasn't in Europe. I grew up in America for the first 4 years, and I remember some shows like that include Bob the Builder, Dora
Oh
the
God.
Explorer, the Backyard. And none of those were in this country. Instead, they were weird shows that I don't really remember that well. But yeah, all I really have to say. Anyway,
Come on.
I think
Why
we're
can I think? I keep thinking of blimmin' what's his face? That president, Obama. I keep thinking every time
Oh
about the
yeah.
building. Can we fix it, Obama? Yes, we can.
Obama. Did you really forget the president's name? I'm not gonna
Yes.
call Trump the president.
Only remember Donald Dump.
Donald McDonald.
Oh God.
Perfect.
Donald Trumpet.
But
He
then
won't
America
remember. He will not go.
was soon overthrown by a new man. His name McDonald Trump. From the Borat movie. That was good. But no one
No,
knows that.
funny fact here. Some dumb kid, because they let people bring their costumes to school or whatever yesterday. You literally have to pay $1 now to freaking wear a Halloween costume in the damn school system because it's so shitty. But basically,
What?
this kid
Free in this
literally
country.
dressed up as an inflatable Donald Trump in his underwear. Like the Donald Trump was in his underwear, and it was like one of those big inflatable things. It was hilarious.
Nice. Um, yeah, so anyway, we're on self promotions now. I guess I'll let the guest go first, give his self promotions, whatever. So,
Okay then. Uh, I'm not. There's not really too much going
you have a new
on my
channel.
channel. One thing that's going to be happening soon. I actually just created a side channel. Crazy tech reviews, random things. Sort of like if any of you watch LGR blurbs, it's sort of just because I don't really have like all that much
LGR
time anymore to
blurbs.
make videos. It's something that I can just sort of like throw small stuff on, like on the side or whatever. And so yeah, I created that. I I guess I could put a link somewhere, maybe. But yeah, basically relating to that, as I've mentioned, I just bought a PowerBook 160 recently, and that will be coming Monday. And I'm also planning on doing a video of unboxing that over on that side channel, as well as posting a video of me restoring it and doing some stuff on it if I can get it working on my main channel, Crazy Tech Reviews. Subscribe. Other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything really going on. Did just pass 110 subscribers a few days ago, so yay. Now he's using a fork to turn off the lights or
It's a
something like that. I don't
ruler.
know, a ruler. Yeah.
One of those weird ones that fit in your binder. And unfortunately, in this country, just like outlets, binders are completely different. Instead of having 3 holes,
Yeah.
they have like 2 holes that go here. So this is
Hmm.
obsolete. But I guess I'll go next. I've been trying to get videos up, but it's impossible because my computer's being evil. For some reason, like a couple months ago, I used to be able to just easily drag and drop photos from my phone and onto the computer, but now for some reason it's decided to be a dick, and it's just
Hmm.
doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's so annoying, and so I ended up just uploading to Google Drive and then uploading it and then downloading it on the computer from Google Drive's website, and it worked, but it was a pain. It was like another extra step that I wish I could just get rid of, but yeah, so I'm gonna hopefully edit that video this weekend. I really don't have any time because I'm doing more stuff
Wait,
tomorrow. So
what was the video about again?
I was gonna.
I did
It
it.
was a tech log, that new series I was doing. Just
Hmm.
like random, slightly unedited videos. I mean, this one's kind of edited, but still a tech log. But this one was just
I just
repasting my
realised.
Dell, which is kind of fun.
Could have been the first episode of Let's Fix It.
Yeah, but
Yeah, whatever.
yeah, but
Might be in the
otherwise,
class.
yeah, otherwise that's I don't really have much to say. There was well, oh yeah, also I have some things I'm gonna be fixing in the future, in future videos. Two of them being this battery leaked Magic Keyboard One, I believe,
Hang on,
that I was tasked to
I
fix. This
saw that.
isn't mine. I'm gonna just try to fix it for a friend. His name's Clement. And he's an IT technician at my school. He's a bit like Tim, only Logan doesn't know Tim, but Clement's kind of cool in that sort of way. But yeah, this is the keyboard he lent me that I'm gonna fix. It has some serious battery leakage that I'm gonna fix. And then the other one is this iPod. This is a what is it? 6th gen iPod Touch with water damage, and it works, but the backlight's gone. So Clement also lent me this toolkit that I'm gonna use to crack it open, and I'm gonna do that in a future video. I don't know when, maybe in like a week or two or longer. So yeah, and and one more thing.
It's in second. Not what's the server called? r/iPod horny. Ooh, iPod. Oh god.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, so Henry said, oh yeah, Henry wanted to make a quick self promotion that oh yeah, right, I forgot about this. So Finn and Henry and I are possibly going to be starting in possibly, it's not confirmed yet, but we're possibly going to be starting a new series on my gaming channel that I haven't paid any attention to since the summer. I mean, it was
Yeah.
supposed to be like a channel I would just substitute with my main videos because I didn't have anything to film while I was moving, and now I do have stuff to film, and I'm totally not motivated. But I'm gonna be possibly starting a new series on my gaming channel. It's a bit like it's sort of Top Gear style, but it's in Forza Horizon 4, where we buy cars and like test them and compare them and some stuff like that. Like it's like those Top Gear challenges. They buy a cheap car, modify it, sell it, race it, whatever. And we did that independently like 3 times, and it was fun. So we might turn that into a video series. I don't know yet. It's a bit complicated to explain, but it'll eventually take shape somehow. But yeah, that's about it. I guess we'll let Luke go. I mean, yeah, Luke. I'll let Luke go now.
I don't have nothing new to add. Although I might make some kind of skip video.
Cool.
Maybe. Don't know.
That'll be neat to watch. I
Still,
recently
I still
watched your
want
phone
50
video.
ways to smash a Chromebook. I probably can't do that because
For some reason, I keep getting an ungodly, embarrassing amount of views on my Chromebook video. What is it, like 28 ways to break a Chromebook?
so I will be
Please
getting a
3,000.
Chromebook. That's actually pretty cool.
Because
It's
whenever
like
I look at my
no-
YouTube notifications, I'm like, oh cool, I'm finally gonna get something. I'm finally gonna get a cool comment from some guy on one of my actual videos. But then no, it's just some little kid complaining about how his parents bought him a Chromebook for Christmas and he absolutely hates
Oh,
it 'cause
God,
he can't
yeah,
play
yeah.
Roblox. It's horrible and I hate it. It's got 5,500 views. Who's watching
How
this?
do you-
I bet
how
this
do
is
you-
the only
I
reason
think-
why I'm still getting subscribers. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's got 40
Convenient.
dislikes out of 163. By far one of my most popular videos, which I absolutely hate. Wow, this even got my old website linked. My Wix site that I haven't used in ages. Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That has been updates in like 2017. Wow, that's insane.
I think I watched that like once and left a few comments in there, but it was a little bit cringe, but yeah, well, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that's the one video I wish didn't get that many. I was hoping I'd get better views on like something like the speaker video where I replaced the speakers in the G3, which was a good video, which also did well. I just I like making old Mac tutorials and just improving them and making them nice, but I might actually do an updated version of that video if I do get some replacement speakers for my graphite. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's all we really got time for today. We actually hit the barricade pretty well. It's already 11:27, which is like what 4 minutes before we normally end. No, 3 minutes. But yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, if anyone's got anything else to say, go ahead. Please don't turn it into another 20-minute discussion because I'm kind of tired as well.
Yeah, same.
All right, I guess that's
I
a
take that as
no.
no.
I guess that's a no. So I
I
guess.
certainly didn't turn it into 20 minutes.
All right, so that'll do it, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you, everyone, for staying active in the chat, and we appreciate your support. And yeah, so that's all. Subscribe to Logan and Luke and me. Our links are in the description below if you want to go check
And
us
also
out.
Henry.
But yeah, that's all we really got today. And thank you all for watching another episode of Apple Talk. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye.